Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Quant update. The last couple of days in the crypto space have been a little bit slow here, and with that, it has obviously affected the Quant price, at which you can see that we have been slowly moving to the downside with a couple of red candles, and that always creates some doubt in people's minds to say, you know what, are we still doing this here, or maybe this whole thing is broken? So we are going to be talking about that in today's video and so much more, right? But before I get into today's content, I just want to kindly ask you to help me spread this video by delicately tapping the like button. It just helps the YouTube algorithm. People looking for Quant updates will now be able to find this video much more easily. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel just yet, I would encourage you to do so, really, because I do TA on Quant and a number of altcoins on a regular basis, right? And just as a reminder, and to those who are interested, I'm going to be doing a giveaway on the 1st of January 2024 here, giving away 100,000 Jasmine tokens to 3 lucky winners. So each winner is going to walk away with something like 33,000 Jasmine tokens. And according to the technical analysis that I did on that coin, that could actually turn out to be something like $33,000 in the future. So if you don't want to miss on that potential $33,000, all you have to do is to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, and then you drop a comment in any of my videos. We are taking names, and we are going to be running a live draw on the 1st of January 2024, right? Now, with that being said, let's quickly get back into business here. And you can still see that, yeah, we are still looking at this fractal here on the Quant price set, which you can see that it's actually a perfect fit, right? Because sometimes, you know, you need to move it one way or the other to make it a perfect fit. But, you know, we got this fractal here from the Bitcoin Cash price set with this kind of price action here. I said many times I was remembering this time, especially because I was involved in a trade like this, and that trade, I'll never forget it, because it was something like 250% in a matter of days, and it was really, really fantastic. So I remember this kind of price action really, really vividly, because it was depressing, and all of a sudden, boom, we started moving to the upside. So I started paying attention to this structure right here, right? But if we go back to the Quant price, we can see that we have the same thing happening right here. And as I said already, we are expecting something like a 250, 225% pump to the upside right here. But that's not the only example that I have, obviously. I've gone on to show you a couple of charts right here. For example, this is the Dogecoin price that back then in something like 2016, and you can see the same structure, obviously, right? Even with the nitty-gritties that we had there, we have basically the same thing, right? Another example was probably XRP, and this was the price at here on a weekly time frame, and you can see the same kind of grinding price action here before you just jump and shoot to the upside, right? I gave a couple of examples, obviously, but for the sake of time today, we're just going to be looking at these ones, right? So what we were expecting back then was obviously a back test of this support level that you have on the Quant price at here. And yeah, that's where we are getting that bounce there, and that's pretty good, right? Another thing that we were looking at, according to those structures, was to see a break and close above this resistance level. So that was something like $112. We got that. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we have the confirmation that we are going to continue going to the upside here. And I'm really, really worried too much with the day-to-day price action that we have. But on the grander perspective right here, I'm waiting for that monumental price action just to show up right here, because all the things that we were looking for, the confirmations, have just been shown right here. So coming to what is happening right here, there is a possibility, obviously, that, you know what, especially this week with the kind of volatility that is expected with the Fed having a meeting on interest rate, I mean, you could see the price even going down a little bit, maybe to something like $100. And if this thing is actually going to happen right here, I'm going to be opening a long position on Quant with an entry between $100 and something like $95 thereabout. But once we get below something like this level here at 84, they're about 84, 85. This is when I'm putting my stop loss. That's enough of a loss right there, right? So this is a long position, potential long position right here, anywhere between $100 and 95 there, with the stop loss around something like $85. If we break this level right here, the whole thing is invalidated anyway, right? So I'm taking that risk, obviously, but remember, none of what I say is financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything I sell, right? But here's what the structure is suggesting right here, that, you know, everything has been confirmed. We are looking for price action to continue to the upside, right? If we would actually go ahead and try to visualize this, right, we are saying that we are going to continue doing something like this right here. But obviously, this kind of price action is going to create an interesting price set right here, because there is something like a signature move that you see here time and again in the crypto space, right? And what I'm talking about is something like this right here, where you have, you know, a rally right on the price set, and then you have a crash here followed by somewhat of a retrace. But then again, you don't, you know, exceed those retracement levels, but you go into accumulation one more time. After this accumulation, there is a certain way that this price just rise and they hit a certain price target, which we're going to be talking about right now. So, I mean, before we go even further, just going back to the structures that we were looking at, which was the Dogecoin price chart, you can see the same thing basically, right? We first of all have this kind of gruesome price action right here before a huge pop to the upside. But other than that, we also have this rally that you see here, and then you crash, right? You come into retracement, and then you go into accumulation mode there, right? After that accumulation mode, as I was saying, there is a specific price target that is being hit by all these charts by this. So, I mean, I think you have already established that we have something like this here that we are following, a rally, a crash, retracement, accumulation, and then you hit that price target that I was talking about. So if you now go ahead and grab your field retracement 2 from the very top of this structure here, right, the top of the rally, and then you go into the low of that, crash there, right? Or maybe the low of the accumulation, it depends on the chart. And then you can see that this price that hit something like the 4.236 Fib extension level right there, right before a major resistance showed up right there. So that will be great, because if you want to put this into, multiple or percentage terms, this is actually something that was really, really great for the Dogecoin price. So if we come back, or maybe before we come back, we could actually take a look at the same thing here with XRP, and you can see that same exact signature move that I was talking about, right, of a rally, and then you crash right here, you get into a retracement, and then you accumulate right here before you even continue higher. So let's go ahead and grab off a retracement 2 and check where that actually ended up being. So that was something like this right here. And you can see it even exceeded the 4.236 Fib extension level there, which was really, really interesting. But if we now come back to the, Quant price chart and apply the same rules, basically, we are looking at something like this here. You grab your Fib retracement 2 from the very top to the very bottom here. And if you want to look at that price target with there, right, that's something like the 4.236 Fib extension level. That's actually taking you to something like 1,600. Obviously, this changes time and again, according to the accuracy of pinpointing these lows and the highs of these prices. So I'll go ahead and kind of say something like 1,650 or something like that here is a price target that is actually very, very possible here according to all those structures. But let me give maybe a couple of 2 more examples here. So what you see is we have also got Tron back then in something like 2020, September, November, December 2020. And you can see, yeah, there is that kind of same structure here. But although this one seemed to be a little bit different towards the end because it was now uptrending right here, what we have in our case is just flattening out. But basically, we have the same structure again of a rally, crash, retrace, reaccumulate, right? So that was something like, let me quickly grab my brush here, something like this right here. You have your rally, you crash, you retrace, and then you go into accumulation, and you go ahead and try to attempt that price target, which I'm going to go ahead and show you here by means of the Fib retracement 2. So from the very, bottom top actually to the very bottom here, you can see that even this one managed to get something like a 4.236 Fib extension level, right? Even exceeding. So one thing in common about all these charts is, yes, they have already hit the 4.236 extension level, but they've also kind of exceeded. And one common, thing that is happening is they are seeming like they are kind of back testing one of these top extension levels, the 2.618 or the 1.618. I mean, I'm not going to really take that as a, rule of thumb, but then again, what I'm just saying is that a full extension here is possible with these structures, and even an extension above that level is also very much possible, right? Another example that we could take a look at is here with NEO, and I mean, not many people really talk about NEO because, it's almost like a dead project, but whatever the case, right? We want to take a look at this kind of price action. You see this rise, and then you crash right here, right? You retrace, you reaccumulate just the same way we are doing with the Quant price chart here, and then you let go of the price chart, you continue to the upside. So if you want to go ahead again and measure the extent to which this structure went to right after a rally, crash, retrace, and then that move to the upside, grab the Fib retracement 2 one more time from very top here. Let's see, right from the very top to the very bottom here, you can see that even this one exceeded the 4.236 Fib extension. So I mean, taking a look at the market examples that have this kind of structure here, I mean, it's looking pretty optimistic here for Quant, and I'm still with that kind of school of thought, right? We have something like this happening right here of a rally, a crash, a retrace, and then a reaccumulation, right? To hit that 4.236 extension level, that will be something like 1,680, a 3 or something like that right here. Come probably in the first quarter of the next year. I'm sorry, in the immediate short term, the price action that we want to see happening right here, if it 200% or whatever the percentage may be, is really, really crucial. It's a key to this kind of price action happening right here for the Quant price set. But I mean, if you just want to find some supporting argument right here, this is the, the price set of Quant, I mean, from the very beginning, since inception. And then from an Elliott wave theory, you can see some kind of a structure here, which has got, cycles. So this is your first cycle, this is your second cycle, this is your third cycle right here, your fourth cycle. And according to Elliott wave theory, one more time, you expect to have a fifth wave right here to complete, this whole cycle thing. And you can see that, yes, there is a missing wave in here. I think we are still working on it. And one way or the other, we're going to get to even higher price, I guess, than this level that we had at something like 430. So, I mean, expect something like this to happen here with the Quant price set. But obviously, none of what I say is financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say, all right? But if you like the content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then I'll have to see you on the next one. Take good care of yourselves. Bye.